But there are some behaviors that animals have that are instinctive, okay? They're not learned behaviors. It's just like an innate response. That would be like migration, okay? Birds have to learn how to fly, but when they migrate, they know where to go. They don't have to be taught that, okay? So that's the difference between a learned behavior and an instinctive behavior. Or a chimpanzee, they know that they have to learn how to use a tool to stick it in the termite mound to get termites. All right, some questions from the book. Again, guys, review the questions. It will become very helpful. And I've got 3 cats waiting for more treats. Excuse me. All right, sponges. So sponges are invertebrates that have no germ layer, and they are asymmetrical. Okay, they are also sessile, which means they attach to a rock and they don't move at all. Okay, they're multicellular with eukaryotic cells like a basic animal. They develop from zygotes. They are heterotrophic and they belong in the phylum Porifera because they're full of holes. Okay, so as you can see, that's not a real sponge. This is a real sponge. Okay, thank you. They're like little toddlers. All right. So I'm not going to worry too much about the structure and reproduction of sponges because I don't want you to worry about. But you will see the term. I will use the word hermaphroditic. Okay, that means that these guys produce both sperm and eggs, and a lot of some animals are hermaphrodites. Okay, it can be beneficial. It can be detrimental. It just depends. All right, cnidarians. These guys have 2 germ layers, and they also have stinging cells, okay, that can cause a lot of pain. I have actually been stung by a jellyfish before. It is not fun, okay? But we have sea anemones there. That's a jellyfish. And also here, you guys see this on my Moody Gardens coffee mug that I'm drinking from right now. That is a jellyfish. And also we have Hydra, okay? Hail Hydra. Okay, so don't worry so much about the reproduction and the structure here. Again, interesting enough, though, these guys most often, essentially what happens is they do have a medusa form and a polyp form when they're developing. And you notice right here, so those stinging cells are called nematocysts. And if you look at some of the videos that I posted, you'll they'll refer to that. It's like a coiled spring-loaded harpoon with the venom in it. It's not fun, believe me. Okay. Cnidarians, unlike sponges, are typically either male or female. All right. In the environment, they are part of the food web. They can be parasitic. Some have mutualistic relationships. Sponges and algae, are used for coral reefs. So that's a good thing because a lot of animals in the oceans do depend on coral reefs. Some more review questions. All right. Worms. Okay, so just remember there are 3 groups of worms that we are going to cover. These are my notes. All right. So there are roundworms. Okay. And roundworms contain nematodes. Okay. Right here. Flatworms, which are like planarians. And planarians are, free living. Most flatworms can be parasitic. And then segmented worms you're very familiar with. Okay. And these guys are, they have a bumpy body. So if you kind of look at it, it's like a vacuum cleaner hose. All right. But it's a little bumpy on the outside, and that what they mean. That is what they mean by segmentation. Okay. The largest earthworm can grow to be about 3 feet long, which is huge. All right. But worms have 3 germ layers. Okay. And they don't have appendages. All right. So here's an example of an earthworm. As you can see, all these different little bumpy segmented areas. And this is a planaria. This is a flatworm. He is harmless. And these 2 little things right here are eye spots. Basically, they're used to detect light. So, but we can also put a smiley face on him, because he's happy looking. It's a happy day. But we'll erase that right there. All right. And another segmented worm can also, this guy, and again, don't be, this guy, he's just doing his job. That's how he gets his nutrients. This is a leech, okay? You can see it does have its segments as well. And it is designed to suck blood out of things. Okay, I'm not going to worry so much about reproduction of worms, okay? They reproduce sexually. Generally, flatworms and segmented worms are hermaphroditic, but they will mate with different worms. Self-fertilization tends to be detrimental. It's like almost a last resort. Many of them are parasitic, okay? Some cause diseases, okay? Tapeworms, if you have a pet, keep them on a tapeworm regimen. Or heartworm as well, excuse me, because that can cause severe injury to your pet. Okay, they're also decomposers. They enrich the soil. If you have earthworms in your soil, that's a good thing. That means your soil is very nutrient rich, and they help aerate the soil. All right.